Good day everyone, I am Hannah Jingaliego. So for today's video, we will have a storytelling about Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. So first, let us know who is Franz Kafka. Franz Kafka is one of the greatest novelists and story writers ever. He is best recognized for several works such as The Trial, The Castle, The Judgment, A Hunger Artist, and others. He was born on 3rd July 1883 and died 40 years later on June 3rd, 1924. So, let the story begin. Gregor Samsa is a traveling salesman. One day he wakes in his bed and discovers he has transformed into a giant bug. Wondering what was happened, he looks around his small room where everything appears normal and still he can't believe it. As he looks up and realizes what time it is, a sense of stress overwhelms him because he is going to miss the train. Gregor knows the consequences of arriving late at work. That's precisely why Gregor tries to speed things up. The whole rush is fueled by a series of encounters with a boss who never accepts any form of excuse, no matter how severe it may be. The employees must always be right on schedule, something that Gregor and his coworkers despised. At first, Gregor's mom realizes that there is something wrong and knocks on the door to see what's going on. Gregor? Gregor! You are late for work, you need to get up now, his mother said. Although Gregor hears his mother calling him, but he cannot open the door. It's unusual for him to give short answers, and that's the first sign which indicates a certain behavioral change. His sister tries to reach him. Gregor! Gregor! Breakfast is ready. You need to get up now. But unfortunately, Gregor is unable to move his body. To spice things up, Gregor's office manager and chief clerk also arrive. Gregor! Gregor! You're wasting our time. You need to work now, his manager said. Your son's behavior is unacceptable. We can replace him to anyone who's better than him, the office clerk said to his mom. His superiors are not too content with Gregor's delay and warn him of the consequences that may befall him. On top of that, Gregor also receives a quick insight regarding his recent performance. According to the manager, his achievements are unacceptable and a new dispute point can only worsen the situation. While Gregor is led to believe that his efforts were not satisfactory, his voice starts to mutate. What is wrong with Gregor? We should see a doctor to help him heal, his mother said. All the people on the other side of the door recognize that Gregor is seriously ill and something needs to be done. The exhausted Gregor finally dragged his body across the floor to unlock the door. Oh my god! What creature on earth is that? That creature is so ugly! All the individuals in the hallway are horrified by his appearance. His manager bursts out of the room disgusted by the visual sight. Gregor attempts to explain the situation to him, but his father and mother prevent that from happening. They lay Gregor on the bed for him to rest. He begins reflecting on all of his past decisions, the utter disgenius of human interactions, and his life of work and how much he hates his job. He also begins pondering that if it's not for his family and the need to provide for them, he wouldn't be in that place. Gregor's whole life is now under surveillance. While asleep, his sister comes to visit him and make him a breakfast containing both milk and bread. Gregor, here's your breakfast. Oh my! Why are you eating those rotten fruits and leftover? Said Greta. They soon find out that Gregor is no longer interested in such diets and eat the food scrap his father provides. In the meantime, he stays hidden under the couch, not wanting to frighten his sister. At that moment, the only amusement he has is listening to the family members talking. How bad the situation is, and how to deal with the economic situation, and so forth. Gregor is unable to help his family in times of crisis and provide any assistance. Gregor devises a plan to send his younger sister Greta to take violin lessons. However, the unfortunate turn of events hamper Gret's dreams and hopes. His inability to work and contribute to the family leaves Gret on the edge. In the meantime, he also finds out that his mother wants to visit him, but his sister and father prevent that from happening. As time passes, Rigor begins to explore his new form and becomes more and more comfortable with his appearance. Gregor, I think it would be nice if we clean your room and move some furniture, right? His sister even suggests that it's for the best to relocate some of the furniture in that room to give him more space. Gregor opposes this idea and makes a final push to save a picture of a woman hanging on the wall. Gregor's mother passes out when she sees him in an orthodox position. Igor moves over to the kitchen where he encounters his father who has just turned from work. What are you doing here? You scared me to death! His father throws apple at him, not aware that he can hurt him in any way. One of the apples hit a delicate spot and leaves Grigor paralyzed and seriously injured, not permanently. The family hires a cleaning lady to help them with Grigor. Hi Grigor, I'm your new cleaning lady. Don't worry. I won't harm you, so can I clean your room now? She said a cleaning lady. On one occasion, she leaves the door open, and Grigor can listen to the sounds of the violin. Wow, Greta, it was a nice performance. We didn't regret that we are here, said the laggers. And Greta's performance for the laggers is breathtaking. And she somehow tries to make them comfortable because the additional revenue is of high importance to them. Grigor tries to avoid contact with everyone in the flat, but one of the loggers sees Grigor. Oh my god, what is that? It's a monster! And alarms the place. His father tries to conceal the disappointment and directs the new tenant to their room. However, they all complain about the conditions of the apartment and refuse to pay the rent. Gret, on the other side, grows tired of Grigor and all the troubles he has caused for the family. I did everything to perform and now it's all gone. She even declares that once they get rid of him, the whole family will flourish. Grigor's father agrees with this proposition and thinks of a way to make Grigor leave. Grigor unexpectedly deprives the family of his presence. He dies, and his horrified appearance is wiped out from the face of the earth. Grigor's death brings relief to the family. The cleaning lady is in charge for disposing of Grigor's body so that nothing remains. The financial part continues to trouble the family, and they move to a smaller apartment to reduce the expenses. Mr. and Mrs. Samsa, Grigor's parents, now believe it's time to find a suitable husband for their daughter. All they have been through serves as an incentive to pursue success and happiness. In other words, Gret develops into a strong independent personality which fits into the picture of a perfect wife. So the moral story of this story, for me, the moral story is that we should treasure our breadwinner because they are the one who help us when it comes to expenses in the family, and also breadwinners are our family. So whatever happen, we should stick together, and that is all. Thank you.